Hi, welcome to Seltomic, and today we'll be having our very first math video. If you want to see more math related lessons, do remember to like and subscribe to us. So today we'll be covering on simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equations is one way for us to find the value of two or more unknowns. Generally, the number of unknowns is equal to the number of equations given. Meaning, if there are two unknowns, for example, x and y, then we would expect to have two equations for us to solve x and y. For this video, we'll be learning how to use the elimination method or the substitution method to solve for our unknowns. So you need to find a method that fits you best. Continue watching to know which method I will rather use. The first method is the elimination method. So this is done by eliminating one of the two unknowns in the equation. Let's look at an example to see this better. So for this example, we have two equations, x plus y equals to 10 and x plus y equals to 4. So we have two unknowns, x and y, and we have two equations. We notice that we can eliminate this y here when we subtract both equations together. So for example, we take 2x plus y minus x plus y. And what we get is actually 2x plus y minus x minus y, and this equals to x because both the y's have been cancelled. This one cancels this one. So what we're left with is x. So this x here is the same as 10 minus 4. Therefore, x equals to 6. Now we sub 6 into this equation and we get 6 plus y equals to 4, y equals to negative 2. So in order for us to check whether our answer is correct, we're going to use this answer and sub it into the first equation. So 2 times 6 plus negative 2 equals to 10. And since it's the same, this is correct. So that is how you do elimination. First, you need to see and check to know whether you're able to eliminate any of the unknowns. In this case, we know that we can get rid of the y when we subtract both equations together. So now we move on to substitution method. So substitution method is done by substituting one of the two unknowns to form another equation. So why not we look another example and see how this is being done. Now we're going to look at the same example again, but this time we're going to use the substitution method instead. So we first need to label the equations. Let's label this as equation 1 and let's label this as equation 2. The first step of doing a substitution method for simultaneous equation is to first let something be the subject. So you have to make something the subject. In this case, we want to make x the subject. So we're going to form a third equation now. X equals to 4 minus y. And this equation here is our third equation. Now we're going to sub equation 3 into equation 1. Do note, if you were to make x or y the subject in equation 1, then the equation 3 for here will be subbed into equation 2 and vice versa. So let's continue. So we have x equals to 4 minus y. We're going to sub x as 4 minus y into equation 1. How are we going to do that? We take 2x. So now x is 4 minus y, so it's 2 times 4 minus y plus y equals to 10. And then we just solve. We have 8 minus 2y plus y equals to 10. And then negative y equals to 2. Therefore, y equals to negative 2. And then now we solve for x. To solve for x, we can just sub y equals to negative 2 into equation 3 because we already made x the subject. So x equals to 4 minus negative 2 equals to 6. And that's how we get our answer using the substitution method. In my opinion, I prefer to use the substitution method because it's an easier method when the equations become harder. Now we're going to look at an example where this is so. So this is much harder to eliminate, but if you were to use the substitution method, it'll be much easier. So we're going to call this equation 1, and we're going to let this be equation 2. So now we notice that for the x and y, there are a certain number attached to it. We're going to make x the subject for equation 1. Before I continue, you might want to pause the video here to try it on your own. And if you are unable to see how this is going to be done, you can play the video and follow with me, or you can just fast forward to the answer and check whether your method is correct or not. Now we're going to use 1, and we're going to make x the subject. So 4x equals to 14 minus 3y. And then x equals to 14 over 4 minus 3 over 4y. So this is our equation number 3. We're going to sub equation number 3 into 2. So 5 times 14 over 4 minus 3 over 4y plus 7y equals to 11. So 14 times, so 5 times 14 is 70 over 4 minus 15 over 4y plus 7y equals to 11. Okay, so 70 over 4 is actually 17.5. So 17.5. And we're going to combine the y values now. So 15 divided by 4 is 3.75. So minus 3.75 plus 7 is 3.25. So plus 3.25y equals to 11. Therefore, 3.25y equals to 11 minus 17.5, so it's negative 6.5. Therefore, y equals to negative 6.5 divided by 3.25. And the answer we get is minus 2. And then now we're going to sub this value to find x. Therefore, x equals to 14 over 4 minus 3/4 negative 2 equals to 14 divided by 4 is 3.5. And 3.5 plus 3 over 4 times 2, which is 1.5, equals to 5. So our answer would be y equals to negative 2 and x equals to 5. So did you manage to get the answer? If you did, then let's move on to the very last example. So pause once again, try it on your own, and you can see the solutions when you are done or when you are stuck. So this time we are going to label this as 1 again and this as 2. In this particular case, we can see that there is 4y and there is 4y. So we're going to use, this time we're going to use number 2 to make it. And now we're going to use 4y equals to 24 minus 4x. For this particular question, we're not going to divide by 4 because we can immediately sub 4y in equation 3 into equation 1 without doing anything. So 6x minus 24 minus 4x equals to 21. 6x minus 24 plus 4x equals to 21. So 2x, I'm sorry, it's not 2x, but actually it should be 10x. 10x equals to 45, meaning that x is equals to 4.5. And now we're gonna sub this into here. So 4y equals to 24 minus 4 times 4.5. So 4y equals to 24 minus 4.24 minus 18 equals to 6. Y equals to 6 over 4, also known as 1.5. Therefore, the final answer to this question is x equals to 4.5 and y equals to 1.5. Thank you for watching our very first math video. I hope you enjoy it, and remember to always stay curious.